Hi there, Caleb here. I'm recording this video on my phone. This is now the third time I've tried to record this video because of the app keep crashing. That was the worst sentence in the blah, 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 blah. Okay, this week's video is late, and I feel like that's my fault. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. This week's, the reason I'm like not looking directly at you is because I can't figure out where to look. Because I'm used to doing this on my computer and not on my phone. This whole video will be awkward. So this video is on being trans and gender fabulous over the holidays and surviving the holidays being a fabulous FTM individual, as we all are. Personally, I've been really lucky when it comes to this, and the majority of my family's cool, and there are gender roles in my family. I'm talking about my extended family. My mom doesn't. My mom's a badass. My mom doesn't expect me to do anything other than being, like, completely head to toe covered in glitter and, like, riding a unicorn into the room at, like, any moment in time. My mom thinks it's weird when I have, like, a more masculine day and don't look like I'm ready to go, like, try out for a musical or something. My extended family doesn't really have super established gender roles. Not super bad anyway. And so it's really cool because going into a situation like that, being a trans guy, which I haven't done yet, since I came out as trans, I've stayed in Seattle. I've only left once for my surgery. So I haven't seen my family, my extended family. I haven't seen anyone other than my mom and my friends for like 2 years. So that seems like a long time. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe it's been a year. I don't remember. No, it's 2 years. Damn. Anyway, so I really miss my family. I'm actually really excited, but I'm fortunate because at the time that I see my family the next time, I will be roughly a year on T and like a year and a half post-op. So there's really like no reason why there should be any problems whatsoever. So I'm really lucky when it comes to that. I think that most guys have a problem because of gender roles in their families, as far as like when it's the holidays, you know, like your uncle and your father and your great-grandpa and like, you know, 6 guys from the shop down the street are like out, you know, deep frying the turkey in the backyard and like chopping wood and like making jokes about inappropriate things and like watching sports and stuff, and then like the ladies are all like gossiping in the kitchen and like playing board games or whatever. To an extent, like that's taken from my own family. My family does do that, but it's never like frowned upon if my mom were to go out in the backyard and help cook back there, or my grandpa would come in and like cook things in the kitchen too. Like it was never like what are you doing here? You know, like it was never like that. So I feel like if I were to like leave my house right now and like go hang out with my extended family all in one room, I don't really feel like I would be put into that role unless they were purposely exaggerating the masculine feminine dichotomy in order to make me feel like more of a man. So that like, you know, like if they were trying to like call me sport and like ask if I wanted a beer and like shit like that. I don't know. You know, and then at that point I'd be like, I'm still the same person. So and then they just wouldn't know what to do. So I think that really the most important thing to do in the holidays and any time really when you're going to be around people that you don't see all the time is to just be as yourself as you can be. Like, just be positive and just realize that people are probably going to fuck up. And that doesn't excuse it, but you can't control a room full of people any more than you can control, politicians. You just can't do it. So just do your best to educate people ahead of time. If you have a couple allies, you know, that you know will have your back, like make sure to have a talk with them beforehand, like to let them know what you're about to go through and the stress that it puts you under, so that they can kind of know to keep an ear out for anybody saying anything inappropriate. But really, you just have to be confident, and if somebody fucks it up, just, you know, politely as politely as possible, try to correct them and say, actually, you know what, that's not my name anymore, or, you know, masculine pronouns, please. And chances are, if your family's anything like my family, as soon as they start to mess up on something like that, they'll stop and immediately correct themselves. They won't necessarily apologize, but they will correct themselves. So, I mean, just hopefully that kind of thing will happen, and you can just continue to be positive about it. Just remember that you don't have to fit into those gender roles if you don't want to. If you don't want to go home for the holidays or go home to see your family on break and you know, do the whole like man thing, you know, with your dad and your grandpa and your brothers and whatever, then don't. You know, if your role has always been something other than that in your family, don't feel like just because you're trans now, or, well, okay, whoa. Don't feel that just because you identify as trans now that you need to change what you do and what makes you comfortable. You don't need to fit into those hyper masculine roles just because